In Belize City this morning, a joint operation between the police department and the military saw the rounding up of roughly 2,000 young men from various neighborhoods. It is the latest offensive in an attempt to quell a recent flare-up of gang violence. The law enforcement campaign comes in the wake of the Wednesday evening murder of James Escarpeta near Water Lane.
The decision to institute a state of emergency was made yesterday, and 3 key areas were declared under the state of emergency. Those areas are the entire area from south of Orange Street, north of Reggae Street, west of Albert Street, and east of Central American Boulevard. That captures George Street and SSG area. The other area is all that area situated north of Orange Street, south of Water Lane, west of Albert Street, and east of East Collect Canal, which captures the Taylor's Alley area. And the third and final area is all that area of land situated west of Central American Boulevard, south and east of George Price Highway, and north of Farbers Road. So that captures the entire extension area. So those are the areas of operation for the SOE.
The wave of killings was precipitated by an attack that took place in the George Street area. It extended to Cesar Ridge Road before making its way to the Taylor's Alley neighborhood. Home Affairs Minister Karim Musa isn't big on states of emergency. Nonetheless, it is the third SOE since he took office in 2020.
The decision that was made, of course, was not an easy one, but it is of paramount importance that we provide safety and security for our law-abiding citizens. And based on the intelligence that the police had been gathering, this decision had to be made for a state of emergency within this very limited area.
According to Commissioner of Police Chester Williams, the pre-dawn operation today was calculated and targeted only the persons suspected of being involved in the ongoing rivalry between the George Street and Southside gangs.
The SOE is not a blanket one where we're just picking up any and anybody from within those particular areas, but we do have a number of persons who are being targeted, and what we're doing is to pick them up based on intelligence and just pluck out those persons who our intelligence is telling us are creating the problem or have the potential of creating problems in those declared areas. We have so far detained a number of 25 persons thereabout. There are still a few persons we're looking for.
But why a state of emergency as a means of addressing the open-ended conflict?
It is only prudent that when we have a situation where we have done our best to ensure that we try to find ways to work with these different groups, like for example through LIU, and we have opportunity for them to get into different programs, and they refuse to and continue to live a lifestyle where they create fear in the lives of the ordinary people, then the government do have a responsibility to ensure the safety of the citizenry. And while the SOE may be the measure of last resort, as the minister have said, sometimes it is a necessary evil that we need to apply to ensure that we get these people to put a pause on their actions.
During a state of emergency, a government is empowered to put through policies that it would normally not be permitted to do for the safety and protection of its citizens. In this case, for the next 30 days, the rights and freedoms of those persons taken into custody will be suspended in the first instance.
A state of emergency is not a solution. It is a tool, as the Commissioner rightly said, to hit the pause button, to give a cooling off period for warring factions who are unrelenting and who will stop at nothing to continue in their retaliation. So that is all that an SOE is. The primary focus of our administration has been, one, Let us focus on those individuals because it is estimated that it is close to 1,000 individuals, 1,000 at-risk youth that are potentially being recruited to be parts of gangs, focusing on those individuals and providing social reform services to them if it is that they want to live a positive life.
So, where is the police department in solving the last 4 homicides in Belize City?
Of the last 4 murders, I am fairly certain we will have at least 2 charges, if not 3. Along with good police work and aided with the assistance of CCTV cameras, we are able to identify who these individuals are. We are able to make arrests. Those are the primary crime-fighting efforts. It is only if those efforts are failing, and it is for a very small group, as the Commissioner said, 45, and we're talking about potentially 1,000 at-risk youth that are out there. We have to look at crime as a public health crisis.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.